Sorry for the delay, lads. I've been trying to source out a stream as fast as I can. Hello to the few people that have decided to come in and watch. It's difficult because I didn't realise that the IPTV thing that I have streams the Celtic games outside like from the UK perspective, so I can only get the audio as it stands right now, which is a bit gay. I'm not gonna lie, but hello to everyone that's in. So I've still got like a live update thing, so I can keep things going. I can just obviously Juranovic is still recovering from the World Cup, so I think it makes sense to have Ralston start there. Then you got McGregor, O'Reilly, and Hatate. Hatate's the only one that's a little bit. I'm confused why Haskabanovic hasn't been started. Oh, you're kidding me. Yeah, everyone's going to hell now. There we go. We've got a live source. Thank Christ for that. Let's see if I can get the audio for you. There we go. Obviously, for obvious reasons, I can't stream the actual game. If you're here for actual content, I guess, cool. But we do have visuals, so I can at least comment on what's happening live. It's not all horrible. My microphone's having a couple of issues as well. If it cuts in and out, that will just happen. But I'll have everything up and going very, very soon. Turn this down a little bit. But that should be a good game, lads. I personally think it'll be a good game. If it's not, then pain. But there's the table as it stands. Obviously, if you watched the Rangers game yesterday, you'll understand why I hate the SPFL referees. But they managed to win 3-2, 2 goals in added time against Aberdeen yesterday. It's not as if Aberdeen really deserved anything out of the game, to be fair. I'll touch on that quickly. They only had 2 shots on target. But nonetheless, I guess the War of the Worlds has decided to just come up on us because they managed to win that. Beale has had 2 very lucky wins out the gate, while we've had to be more than convincing just to get across the line. So I'd like to see us win by more than 1 today, but it's Livingston and those cunts exist to frustrate. But it's the same as the last Livingston stream that I did. As long as we do the basics, we should be good. But there's one last look at the lineups on the bench if you want. I know a lot of you will probably be a little bit confused as to why Haskabanovic or even Gukamakis hasn't got the start, but I guess that's how it goes sometimes. Personally, I would have had Haskabanovic start in terms, like, just to give Jota a little bit of a break, but I guess that's how it's going to go. Yeah, works better without the audio for whatever reason. Cool. Well, the game's just about to kick off, so when I refresh this, it'll probably be minute 1. There we go, lads. Game's officially underway. I'll confer when it's actually kicked off on this to use a better idea. But I think I'm behind by, I would guess the same as usual, about a minute or so. But they're just about to kick off. Longridge is doing the classic, you know, geez, boys up kind of thing. O'Reilly's going to get us underway, and this should be a very interesting game. I'll remind the few people that are in here, if you wish to subscribe, do so. That will be the only reminder or thing that I'll say until about like the 20th minute, because I'll forget because I'm a dumbass. But yeah, we've kicked off, so I'm about a minute behind, lads. So, but I can't really see the other screen. Like you, if I open this up, you'll see me get like flashbanged, pretty much. So I can't see the score. Yous can. But I've got the stream, so either way, I don't care. About the gate, we're going to have to come out and be pressing. Also, if you don't like people who smoke weed, I would suggest leaving the stream right now. But to the few people who have popped in and said hello out the gate, hi, hello, how are you doing? If you're a Livingston fan, I'm sorry, but you're probably going to witness a 4 or 5-0 defeat. How you doing, Fator? Man, oh shit, straight out of the gate, Celtic come forward, Jota's got it on the wing. Tries to ping it in quickly, and oh, the big boy for Livingston nearly made a fatal mistake. He tried to clear it and it kind of bobbled up in front of Kyogo. Couldn't get the shot, although he does get it away. It's not by any means a full Celtic part tonight, but you need to remember that it's a fucking, you know, smack bam in the middle of the week. Still a good turnout though, I'd say about, give or take, 50,000. I would say. It's just kind of running over the bases. Oh, that's a fucking ball. Carter Vickers plays up. Beautifully taken down by Joy. Tries to spin it in behind, but Hatai can't really get there. It was a bit of a loose pass to begin with. But it seems we're going to really try and pick off, you know, where we left against Aberdeen. Because we were fantastic against Aberdeen. Obviously, there's been a lot of memes about the fact that Aberdeen were useless against us and didn't really do anything of positive. Well, anything positive at all, actually. I was trying to think if they did do anything that was decent, but not really. But Livingston seem to be going with the numbers game. Anytime the Celtic players got I mean, you can see there, tries to go over the top of him. That's a really good ball through Fiatati, but well cut out by, I think, Longridge. Again, I do apologise because I'm shit with Livingston players, because it's the one team I actually just, like, they're always there, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, you know, Preston North End in the Championship. Like, you know who they are, but they're not really going to do anything, so you just kind of let them be. I only know a couple of other players, like I said, but Celtic's lineup's more than capable of doing. It's actually very similar to the last lineup for the last game we played against them, but already I can tell we're playing with a lot more high line, like we're trying to press them, go with those like long over the top balls, try and force them into situations that they're really uncomfortable within. Zatai squares it across for O'Reilly. Good ball out wide to Abada. What's your touch like, lad? Tries to play it in short. It's a battle between Living. Oh, O'Reilly's kept it, and the referee's not giving anything. That's good. And we keep the ball out wide. This is where you need to whip them in, lads. You've got bodies in the box. Opts to do more dancing around the edge of it, but it's well kept. O'Reilly has it back out wide in towards Abada. 4-0 Celtic prediction. I like that. That's confidence. No. Kyogo tries to get the shot away, but I don't think it deflected. He's claiming that it did, but it'd be very harsh to give it doesn't. How the fuck are you watching this then? with sheer dedication and wit to the craft of being Scottish. The one thing about being Scottish is that we just simply never give up. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say never surrender because that's their thing. We just don't do that. But what we do is, you know, find a way. And I will find a way. It's a shit stream. I'm not going to even fucking try and lie, to be honest with you, because I'm watching it in like 140p. It's brilliant. It's why it's hard for me to see who who the names are, because I can guess by the number. That's how bad the quality is. But I can't watch it, so it's not all bad. You can achieve anything you set your mind to. There's wise words for the stream, but Abada's got it. He's trying to get his way. Even I'm slightly confused by that one, but nonetheless. Carter Vickers plays it across to Ralston. He'll go back to Carter Vickers, and to be fair, Anderson nearly cuts in front. Kyogo Golson. I hope fucking so. The boy's due one. He was not very good against Aberdeen, so if he can, I would like to see him perform. Because these are the type of teams that, you know, we should realistically get results against, but they're always like, it's like a St Mirren, you know what I mean? They're frustrating. Because they're coming here, they know for a fact, 3 points, no chance in hell, unless they keep the game level. So they'll sit with 7-8 at the back and do their best to try and stave it off. But there's a ball in for Celtic. Doesn't really find anyone though, but we've got 6 bodies quite literally in their box. You know how you doing, Ian? Couldn't be arsed going tonight on the hoops. Well, you've got coverage from yours truly. Probably the worst person to cover these types of games, but hey, I care. And that's more than most. And you, like, genuinely, you do not understand the stress that it, because you, like, I explained at the start of the stream, the IPTV thing that I usually use works most of the time, but whenever Celtic TV are the only way that you can broadcast the game, and I live in the UK, and they do that pishy thing where it's like, oh, you can listen to the audio. If I wanted to fucking do that, I would listen to the radio. I wasn't born in the 1960s. I'm not. Was that offside? It felt like it was offside. Furuhashi had a header. Well saved. So I need to resort to going on to streams in different fucking languages to get what I want. But I do it. I mean, I think this is a French thing. I don't know. If anyone knows what Celeste is in French, it's something like that, with a bunch of key letters. Good head off of Starfelt to try and force it forward, but Abada's done cringe thing and just tried to be a bit too skillful, and O'Reilly has to bring his man down. Yeah, I'm just seeing how many minutes or how many seconds I'm behind to be. I'm about a minute and 10 seconds behind, I would say. Also, my throat is shot to shit. If you couldn't tell, I've been running around ragged trying to figure all of this out. Like, I got in about half an hour ago, scran food, and then went, oh shit, yeah, right, I actually need to, you know, do stream thing. Although, to the people who have came in and, you know, said hello, appreciate it. To those that are just looking, waiting for me to lose my shit when Livingston score with their only shot in the game, also appreciate it. That's a fucking stupendous tackle. And again, Carter, lovely stuff, big man. Ball straight up the pitch towards Jota, and he's got it on the wing. It's a 1-on-3. 1-on-3, but he gets past one, tries to cut past two, hits it across, but it's deflected and it's out wide for a corner. That is poggers. We love that. And I think we're going to go for the quick corner right out the gate. Jota's got it. The Livingston man kind of holds him up to prevent it, and I think we'll just go for the set piece kind of play. Makes sense, to be honest. Don't want to do anything that's unnecessary. O'Reilly will swing it in. Good ball up, but it doesn't find anyone in green and white, and Hatate swings at it for the edge of the box, but yeah, that's more of a rugby punt, if I was to be fully honest. 41 is probably the amount of feet it was wide of the goal. Martindale's pointing at his dick. Why? Stop. Excuse me. I'm getting like calls and messages off everyone. Give me 2 seconds. I may need to mute. But I'll go out the room. If I can I play the audio? I can't. Bear with me. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Never mind. Yeah, it's my pals just decided to phone me. How you doing? Special guests, ladies and gentlemen. Hey man, I appreciate the stream. Fucking Sky Rangers. I thought they sorted out their deal with Sky. They never will. Oh, that is. That's my pal phoning me for. Oh, hold on, there's a chance on here. Jota's got it out wide. Play it in, play it in, play it in. Goes back towards the tie. Come on, lad. Good ball through, but it's intercepted. That is pain, man. Oh, you? I'm going to see if is there a way for me to. Can I put you anyway? DIY. Aye, stream delays obvious. Well, I think it's just a thing that's built in there. We now have multiple angles down there in the corner, ladies and gentlemen. He's there. Oh, that's stupid. All of it. I think I dropped like 20 viewers when I went out. Yeah, how you doing? I presume you couldn't find a fucking stream either. I hunted that thing down like a dog, honestly. Oh, Livingston, try and get. Yous have made it, lads. Yous have made it. Fantastic.
Representing still.
Right, well, Jordan, what's your prediction since you didn't put them in chat, you lurking bastard?
Prediction for this goal? 3-9. McGrath said 3-9, McGregor to score first. I say 4-2, Jota to score 3 goals.
4-2, you think Livingston are scoring twice? I think it's a 4-0 sweep.
I'm going to message you privately for the stream link that you've got because we need it.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying, mate. It's like an IPTV thing. It's like a coded.
Oh, okay.
Like I'll send it to you and see if it works.
No worries, bro. I'm off. Enjoy your stream.
Yeah, I will do. I'll just keep watching it and I'll keep you updated if I can send you it or not.
Yeah, mate.
Right, speak to you in a bit. That was lovely. That was absolutely lovely. That's the first ever person that's not me that's appeared on stream. I literally left thinking it was a pure important call, nonetheless. Right, back to football. Fuck, right, Atati's got it, surely now. Just try and send him that, but I don't think that link would work, but... Oh, really? Go on. Go on, Atati! Across goal! That should have been one! That really should have been one! They got sort of they got it sorting out with BT or something. I agree. BT was fantastic when they had the TV rights because it wasn't just Celtic or Rangers games they showed. They would show up a bunch. What's the match on, bro? Right now, I would presume a microwavable toaster because I'm watching it in 144p, mate. It's on Celtic TV with audio if that's your thing. But if you're outside of the UK and Ireland, you can go into Celtic TV and you can opt in to watch the game by buying it. Otherwise, you can sit and have a man complain and like you can deal with me sitting and complaining about it while I try and figure out how to be funny. So we're going to go forward to wait a minute. This might be a chance. I was memeing there, but that's actually really clean football, and we've got 6-7 players in the box again. Good feet for Jota. Gets the shot away, and it's off the side netting. Oh, shit. Oh, but it wasn't... Was it Hatate that got the shot? I'm not sure, but Jota and Hatate 1-2. Then he plays it into O'Reilly, back to Hatate. That is so unlucky. That is so unlucky. 1-0, Livy. If it is, I'll probably skin myself live on stream. On the hoops. Exactly right, Anthony. We will only have positivity in here unless we concede, in which case I will probably have to maintain and bite my tongue from saying many very, very bad things. I don't really see Livingston doing much anyway. Like, if they do score, fair fucks to them. I'm not going to complain about it because that's kind of, how football works. You got a link? No, my mate literally just phoned me and asked for one. Unfortunately, it's not a thing that we can achieve down here. What the fuck was that? I thought Livingston were going to get in me a chance there. I was about to scream. Right, there we go. It's out wide again. Taylor's got it out to Atati. He'll surely play that central. Yep. Kyogo's been decked outside the box, but I don't think that was a foul. Good feet. Play it in Abada. Does try and find, I think, Atati making that back post run. Yeah, they had a deal with BT for the cup games, but we just have random games with Sky. Yeah, it's not just random games, it's games that they know they can make money off. It's always been Celtic, Rangers, Aberdeen or Hibs. Any other team they couldn't really give two shits about, and like at least with BT, like don't get me wrong, they would have some shockers with like games like Ross County v Inverness. I remember seeing that and going, why? Like, who the fuck wants to watch that? But at the same token, it was a way for them to be like, yo, Scottish football is more than just, capital city clubs. And they did it right. Like Sky, I can respect because they were the ones that made the Old Firm popular by broadcasting it first. But the fact that that's really the only reason that they pay attention to this game when there's actually good football being played all around. Like I said, if you watched the Rangers and Aberdeen game yesterday, that was nearly a goal for us. I think Starfelt heads onto Oberlai and Oberlai flicks it up over the ball. Let's see what happens here. That is really unlucky. Hold up, lads, there's a chance on. Jota from the other side. Spins it out. Ty's going to keep it in. He does, just on the edge of the box. He'll try and force it in. Try and go across. Tries to be too clever and the ball stole away and Livingston have a 2-1. Well, they did have a 2-1-2, but very quickly Celtic make them panic. We'll love to see it. Starfelt cuts across his man to get the ball back towards Hall. That's clean. That's just composed football. I'd be really surprised if Livingston do anything for the remainder of this half. Like, they'll be playing until about the 60th, 70th minute with just that 6-7 at the back. And maybe towards the end of the game, if they're still in it, they'll probably try and throw an extra body or two forward. But, what's that moustache about? Yeah, no, Jota's got I don't know, even his trim's looking a little bit weird today, but I mean, to be fair, if you're a Portuguese dude that's living in Scotland, you probably would look fucked up after 6 months, you know what I mean? He's been here for the better part of 2 years, so... And before you know it, he'll be walking around with a fucking stash like mine, God forbid. Ball out wide to Taylor, quickly whipped in. Tati's going to play that out, surely out wide to Jota, quick switch in. Kyogo can't get there against Oberlai. Oberlai has been very good in there. That's a belter of a shot! From Ralston, of all people. Takes it down for about 25 yards out and just swings at it, and it is not far wide, by the way. I mean, that angle makes it look a lot less close than it actually was. This was the angle I kind of seen it for. Yeah, that was a really good effort, but Ralston just can't keep it from raising. But Livingston have put themselves in a weird position there because they've just given the ball away and O'Reilly's got it. Go on, son, go forward. The tie and towards Abada. Good feet, but he just panics and can't get the ball across. Come on, boys. But we're really pressing them high. Abada stole the ball here. It's a belter across, and again, Kyogo doesn't make the run. I mean, fair play to Ralston, by the way. Has the shot for one party play, and then he plays it. It's a perfect pass in. If if Kyogo got in front of his man, if they got in front of Oberlai there might have been a chance he'd be celebrating right now, 1-0. Shit. Yeah, Jordan, it's not letting me send it. Doesn't come up as a link. If you're still watching this. I wish I knew what you were saying, mate, because I would respond, but I don't speak. I presume that's either Turkish. I'm guessing Turkish. But it's cool to know there's internationals in watching this. Very cool. Starfield couldn't keep that ball in play. I'm not sure if that's a throwing it words around or not. I was trying to respond to my pal. Well, that's a bit different for Livingston. They're not playing with just Bruce Anderson up front now. I think they've kind of gone to like I wouldn't even know what to call it, like a 6, like 2. I don't know, they've got like 6 at the back and then they've got 2 strikers and then just, I guess like a couple of free roaming players. Like I think they've changed their shape. Have they changed their shape? Because it's really hard to tell. Yeah, they have, they've gone it's a 5 at the back. But they've got that Penrith kind of drop them into this kind of position here, so it is kind of like a 6 at the back with overline forwards. There's a ball in. Should be a corner for us, but apparently not. Back to the stats page, back to this, thank you. Man, Martindale is the whitest man I've ever seen, and I'm pretty white. Like, Jesus Christ, man, that's like Snow White times fucking... Well, not even times, cubed. Nice, I like that. Just pushes his man off the ball, lets it go out for a throw, and Starfelt's been very physical. Usually it's, you know, Carter Vickers that does the physical work, but this match it's been more or less Starfelt. Good ball out wide. Good play out there as well. O'Reilly's got it to make play in Ralston here. He does. Quick ball across maybe. Does try it. Oberle gets it away. And Ralston and O'Reilly will put the pressure on. They do get it back. Quickly played in by McGregor. That is a beautiful pass. And they'll try and force it up towards the wing. This is where we can do our damage. Ball across. And again, for the 3rd time this match, a scintillating ball whipped right across the face of the goal, but no late or early runs to try and get in behind and cause any problems. That's so unlucky. Bruh, we caused pain. Goal? For who? Well, then again, I'm on a minute behind. If there has been a goal, then Pog. I would very much like it to be in Celtic's favour at the fucking least, but there is a ball forward. Doesn't really find anyone though, it's out towards Taylor. And he'll run forward with some real fucking power now and tries to go across. Out towards Jota, I believe Jota, and towards Hatate. He'll try and play a quick ball across. That's a lovely ball for Ralston into Abada. Across, and that's what we've done so many times. It's an own goal for Oberle. I believe anyway. We've been doing that for the past 10, 15 fucking minutes, just constantly whipping those balls across the front. Yes. It's an own goal, boys. It's the saying, I don't care. Celtic are in front, lads. Big Pog. Really, well, I mean, to be is that my mic that did that though? I don't know if I was muted or not. Yeah, we'll play it back and just play it safe for here. Nothing really too much to worry about. Oh, as soon as I say that, Ralston's on the ground. What the fuck? You stand up right now, you big sexy tank. You're not dropping on me. Oh no. I knew the sound was away. I clocked it there. It's because of the cable. The cable runs behind into there. When I celebrate, I kick or knock desk and cable goes cringe. You should be able to hear me now. Let me check to make 100% sure. Yeah, there is audio coming through. Although if someone can confirm to me, that would be lovely. Just so I know that I'm not just blankly, you know. There's Turnbull Maeda on that on the warming up. That must suck if I've done like the last. Ah, right, okay, fantastic, cool. Cheers for the heads up, James. Appreciate it, man. Well, otherwise, still salted. I think Ralston might have just pulled something because he's running up and down the sidelines trying to figure himself out. I think he should be back on, but it would be a bit of a problem if it goes off, obviously. Because, I mean, yeah, we do have Juranovic, but we'd rather give the boy fitness. In fact, who would we... Is he on the bench? No, he's not. So who the fuck would we even throw in that position? Either Forrest, Burnaby. Yeah, so the last thing we need is Ralston to hit the deck. That would be painful for me, personally. Ball across, Ralston tries to steal it, gets to it, has a crack from What the fuck? Yeah, by the way, Ralston might be the best striker in the world, man. He's just had another belter of an effort from about 30 yards out this time. And in fairness to the Livy goalkeeper, that's a fucking great save. What are you watching it on? I am watching it on a laptop to my right. I know you're actually asking what the site is, but I've answered this question like 6 times. It's a very shitty live stream that I'm watching it on. It's like 140p. But the things I do for, you know, content for the people that can't access said content, I'm on a mad French site. That's all I know. Ralston Trotter. He is really pressing high, man. For a guy that was just like, down and injured, he's just like came on and went, fuck it, I choose violence. Good pip header. What's he going to do with that? Really? What's that, Phil? For did he fucking look at you wrong? Sir? Oh my god, that referee is tiny. I think I could punt him. I think I could probably punt him. Like a solid 4 yards. That's a lovely ball from McGregor, but it doesn't find anyone. Kyogo has been very quiet. I will say that right out of the gate. He has been unbelievably quiet. Livingston has the worst defence since the club was created. Quite, yeah. No, I wouldn't say they're the worst defence. I mean, fuck, there's a lot of bad teams defensively. For me, I would choose a team like Hamilton, or, you know, Inverness, or even like Arbroath. You know what I mean? A team that they were alright at one point, and now they're just kind of shite. Then again, I support Albion Rovers, and they used to play in the fucking top tier. Now they're like last place in League 2. I love this game. Right, every time they have fell over, it's been a foul. I mean, Carter Vickers literally stands his ground. The guy runs into him, decks it because he's like 5'8" and white, and he's against Carter Vickers, and it's an immediate foul against Carter Vickers because of course it is. Interesting refereeing method there, but that is a touch and a half of bad and away. The boy goes down the wing, he's 1-on-4, plays it in for Kyogo. Good shot, good save, to be fair. Better for Kyogo, gets a good one in behind, tries to not lob it, but try and like dink it over the keeper's legs, but keeper just kind of puts himself in the right position to parry it away. It's a good break for us, but It's not over yet. Corner kick for us. I presume O'Reilly's going to be swinging this one in for this side. Has to be an in-swinger. No, he goes out wide to McGregor. Hatate. And again, he just tries to be too clever and like bait his man in, but he gives the ball away instead. We get it back though. Taylor. Quickly away to Hatate. Jota's there with, he wants him. He does get him. Jota, come on. And across the goal. Surely this is where you have to play it in, lads. There's a lot of space. Good ball in behind. Much better for Jota. He's ducking and weaving through them. Good ball in. There might be a chance on here for Celtic. I'm not sure if that came off the post or if the keeper deflected it back onto himself. Really hard to tell. It actually really is hard. I think the keeper manages to save it. It is. Well, it's a corner kick, so they must have. Ball out wide. Quickly to Hatate. Don't do the same thing you just did. He nearly did as well, man. Jesus. Right, back out wide. Play it through. Nice. Taylor, swing it in, lad. Skips past one, skips past two. Still going. Gets it back, but it's a slightly loose pass. So O'Reilly gets there on the shot, but cleared away. I'm liking what I'm seeing though. The pressure's there and it's good. It's continuous and that's what we need. Ball in behind. Bad opts to spin it back out towards the tie. Finds Vickers in return. Really liking how high up the pitch we are, because I think that was the big issue against Aberdeen. Like once we got to like the 60th minute, you know, when things started to look a bit under pressure, we would like jump out for no reason. You know what I mean? Give Aberdeen the space. We're not doing that against Livingston. You know what I mean? We're like, I think we know as long as you keep playing the way we are, it's a solid, you know, 3-4-0 win. But given the chances that we've had in the game so far, I would say that we could be about 2 or 3-0 up. 2-0 up at the very least with that earlier Kyogo miss, but the other ones are kind of a toss-up as if they, you know, could they have gone in? Maybe. That's a very good clearance for the Liverpool keeper, punches it away, but once again falls away to Hatate and he just hits it back to Taylor. He'll walk forward with it. Much better. Keeping them stifled, that's what we need to do. McGregor has it now. Opts to just play it long. Hart was coming out to claim it in case Starfield missed, but he just simply doesn't. It's a clever attempt for Taylor to try and overlap that run into Jota. Doesn't quite get it, but he's still going to get the ball back, and the referee finally gives us a free kick. Can we get a round of applause for the referee? That's all. What a fucking idiot. He was literally getting pulled for about 5 or 6 solid seconds, I would say. Eventually Taylor goes down, free kick's given, right outside of the box. Quick ball in and Kyogo panics again. I don't know what's going on with the boy, but he's not... It's a perfect... do you just remember that Premier Sports Cup final goal against Hibs? Right, like from the free kick, like the over the top Kyogo dink. Brilliant finish, everyone goes insane. They just tried to do it again, except this time Kyogo forgot he had legs, tries to header it and then falls backwards, so it just kind of goes up like this. It's not Kyogo's day, but there's another good ball in. Kyogo opts to leave it, and that's put Jota in a 1-on-2. Travella cross though, and it nearly finds its way through to Kyogo. Could have gone anywhere. That's a bit unfortunate. Ball back across, deflected, and I think there'll be another corner kick. Yep. I feel like we got a second before this half ends. I think we should be comfortable. There's a deflected header, it's out wide to Hatate. Shot. There's claims a handball. But again, I'm watching this on a fucking microwave, so it's hard to tell, really. There's no replays coming through yet, but we've still go ahead and play the now. Jota's got the ball in, it's another corner kick. He's been really good the last 10-15 minutes. He's been doing most of the heavy lifting, attacking wise, I guess would be the term for it. He's been pushing us forward. Here's a Tatty's shot. I'll tell you what, by the way. That's a handball. You better walk over to VAR, big man, and you better fucking do it pronto. He moves his hand out like it's hard to make it look because it's not intentional, but he realises if it gets past him, it's a shot on target. Takes a bounce off of like that part of his wrist, and the referee plays on. It's amazing how this referee works. It's amazing how VAR in this country works. I'm not going to go on a rant about it because if I do, I will not shut up. But for fuck's sake, that is basic stuff. We need a fucking VAR team. That's a lovely piece of football for Jota to try and keep the ball up, but it's well defended by Livingston in fairness to them. So Kyogo's missed 2 clear open nets at this point, and we've been denied maybe not a clear handball, but a good case for one, I think. That's why I'm maybe not as pissed off as I've been in the past with decisions like that. Besides, it's Livingston, so I'm not fussed. Ball out wide, Ralston. Just calmly plays it back to Vickers and we'll go again, just keep the pressure on them. Good ball forward. O'Reilly's got it. Masonic bastards. Plain and simple. You couldn't have put it better myself, mate. Genuinely, like you can kind of see that. I mean, did any of you watch the fucking Rangers and Aberdeen game yesterday? Do I need to go into detail as to why it's a bit, It's not the Qatari World Cup, so if you can explain to me how 7 minutes is justified in any fucking stretch of water, then you're you. But realistically, Aberdeen should have took a point off of them yesterday, but I guess time is a man-made concept to the SFA referees. They believe in it when they want to. But then in situations like that where there's a clear and obvious handball that's just obviously, I can't fault Devlin because his body's not naturally positioned, but it's hard to move your body while you're already kind of moving in a certain direction. Inertia doesn't allow you to bend 2 ways at once, so it's one of those where it's like, yeah, cool, but again, it's another penalty that we've been denied that VAR could have been used for. They just opted not to use it, or at least they did the whole green and white Celtic, don't give it, and then they've just continued about their day. What makes it all the more funny is that VAR's been responsible for like 6 of Rangers' points this season, if you don't include the 2 that they gained yesterday. So technically this league should already be over and done with, but VAR's doing its thing. It's had its stride. I know it's going to work out its iron, and it's going to take some time, obviously, but if you're going to bring in VAR, bring in a whole team of individuals that are specifically, trained in VAR systems, not just throw fucking any asshole like Craig Beattie into the fucking VAR room and be like, good luck. Because I guarantee half of those cunts walk around with fucking Nokia bricks in their pockets and still think they're in with the times. Yeah, that's my piece said on it. It's a bit stupid, but I feel like this is the thing, if you decide to start streaming games, is that you have to like really hold your tongue while a lot of things. Yep, no, my mic's doing cringe things. Give me a second. Yep, okay. Can you stop being gay now? Can you stop being gay now? Can you not do this to me? What's your favourite idea? Mine is being creative. I don't know if it's working or not. It should be. There is audio coming through. But now I have to, I now have another thing to be paranoid. Why is it every time I look to the right, Ralston's down on the deck? What's happening now? You alright? What happened there? Oh, I just had a weird collision with, I think, Oberley. Oberley's been everywhere for Livingston. Oh my god, yeah, right, my mic's doing gay things right now. I don't know why. If it does it one more time, I will, like, just unplug the whole fucking cord and re-plug it back in, because it's starting to get on my tits. Because even I'm noticing it now, and I know people are going to start leaving the stream if, you know, I, like, don't notice it once. And there's, like, 5 minutes where I'm just speaking to myself. But we're near enough out of the first half. We're 40, just gone 40 and a half minutes. So not too long left, 5 minutes of give or take with additional time. Oh, interesting. John, I've seen your message. I'll check it out at half time. If this one hasn't, because this one hasn't really lagged or dropped, man. But my pals found the stream apparently. Get me to 10 million subscribers and I'll give you the link. Let's go, lads. You can do it. I'm just kidding. If you just Google fucking Celtic live streams, there's probably a chance you'll find one in like page 5, just like a random Arabian site. That's what I did. Because I know a lot of people that are probably watching this stream have IPTV sticks and they know the pain that I'm talking about. The fact that anytime Celtic decide, oh yeah, no, we'll make it on Celtic TV, however, the place where most of our fans are based, don't stream it to them. Make sure that you can only give them audio, because who needs to see what happens? Who wants to support a club with visual aspects? Yeah, I just realised my camera's doing the blurred lines thing as well. That's cool. But like I said, there's still some things that I'm ironing out, so if you have any issues with the stream, please tell me so I can fix them as fast as possible. Thank you. How are you watching me? Just explain. Really shitty stream. 6-7 pages into Google if you Google Livingston v Celtic live. Not the other way around, because Celtic's a keyword and there's a lot more Celtic searches. If you just search that in first, it's like a keyword thing. You go down like 6 or 7 pages and you might find a stream that works. I just went on to a random one, clicked on a bunch of links, and I ended up here. It's better than nothing. At the very least, I can watch the like I pay. Like, well, I don't pay for Celtic TV. I'm gonna talk shit. But you know, I pay to watch most of the games that I go to. You know, watch Premier League games and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like the games that I watch behind closed doors, I watch on this TV right here. But it's just annoying that, you know, when I just want to sit back and enjoy myself and watch Celtic in Livingston, I have to do it in a really crappy, you know, 144p stream setup. Thousands time you've explained it. Yeah, I know. I feel like I'm going to have to do it about 6 or 7 more times at the least. But then again, I can't really fault it when new people come in and ask questions, because half of them are just like, why is there no game? Oofed. Okay, there might be a chance on it end of the half. Fair enough, mate. It's not a dig at you or anything like that, trust me. I think that's one thing that I didn't realise when you start streaming games like that, is like you get the occasional, like I've only had one stream where it was like there was a spammer that kept kind of going, oh, okay, geez the link. And it's like, if you spent half as much time dedicated to finding a stream as you were to spamming my chat, fair enough. But nah, most of the people here are actually just lovely. They're just here to watch the game, and I can't fault that. There's no problems for me. Unless you're a Rangers fan, in which case please get out my chat and fuck off. That's all. Although, you can stay if you're actually, to be fair. View's a view at the end of the day, and we are trying to achieve a thing if you look above me. Are you watching it, mate? Yarby glarby glarbies. Here's worse. These guys, your bar healer. Right, balls back out to Joe Hart. I'm sorry, maybe should have maybe should have not just done that and been like, yeah, I'll answer you in semis. I'm just gonna have like a keyboard thing below me where if someone like asks me again, I'll just put like, you know, like a gif of a spinning fish or a toaster. You know what I mean? Something so repetitive and constant, you know what I mean? It's just, people can ask questions, you know what I mean? Like, I don't mind this, like, at the end of the day. Oh, good feet for a tie, to be fair. Oh, really good football. Really good football, go! Oh, yes, sir! I just booted the desk with my knee, so I didn't even fucking boot the desk. I need it. But do you know what? It doesn't matter, because Kyogo scored. You grab that badge, mate. You grab it like the fucking absolute G you are. That's 2-0, boys. I can smile. Kyogo does finally break his duck. So, yes, we take it. Two-1. Aye, alright, David. Alright. Well, Livingston tried to do it, if they actually tried to do it. Oh, no fucking shot. They actually are actually on the attack here. If they score, fair enough, but I'll be furious because it's literally their first chance. Sometimes I need to shut my fucking mouth. How? How have they done that? How have they achieved that shit? They have done nothing. Literally. Check the stats. They've done fucking nothing for 40 minutes. Celtic Football Club. You've got to love them. Well, there we go. They've somehow managed to do the cheese. With 90... Oh my god. Apparently we're playing against to be decided. Thanks Google. But yeah, 1 shot, 1 on target. This is a game of fucking FIFA, by the way. 15 shots, 8 on target, 81% of the ball, and nearly, 6-7 times the passes. And they've scored. Yes. You got to love this football club because it never ever ceases to no try and give me a stroke, but we'll go anyway. Get a fob before half time. Oh we nearly did too. Attack goes low but doesn't find anyone. Or doesn't find the corner, I should say. I mean, fair play to Livingston, by the way. I'm not going to sit there and talk shite on them. Their goal was lovely. The way they made it was nice. I can question the defence a bit, but all things considered, I guess that happens. Football's a bit of a weird sport. But you can tell Ange's going to get in at half time and he's going to be like, right boys, you know the fucking drill. Just get across the line. That's all I care about. My 4-0 prediction has been swept, and for some reason Jordan's 4-2 is on, which gives me the fucking fear because I laughed at him. Good ball in, no, but like, seems if he turned that in his own net again, but he doesn't. Yeah, we're a few minutes over the added time at this point, I will say. It's been 3 added minutes and we're 4 minutes in, so To be decided. Google are recognising Liverpool like Huns. It's not even that, we're just like, wait, Livingston? Isn't that a place? You know what I mean? They're not a football team. What the fuck do you mean they're a football team? Then they actually Google it and like, wait, who the fuck is Oberlai? Who's this guy? But it seems to be a thing with added time. It was 3 added minutes. But obviously, because Livingston scored an extra time, they're doing the whole Qatar thing, so there's it will be half time shortly. The whistle will probably go, but right now it's near enough the 50th minute. Right now there's Devlin on the deck trying to hold his knee. Quite love it. Alright, well, I'll just remind you before half time, goal up there. If you have your public settings on, you'll have a little notification play, but if not, then it'll update after the stream. But we're trying to get over 300 by the end of today, so if that can happen, thank you. That'd be cool. And there's a header over the bar, and that will be half time. Officially in this one, so that's good. That's not too bad. We're not, you know, could be worse, but yeah. They have had 51% pass accuracy. I've just noticed that stat. That can be added on to the things that question me. And they're 6th. I mean, it just shows you though, like we're more than comfortable when it comes to 90% of football, but then we have to do something called defence. I've said it time and time again, I do not like Joe Hart. I love the guy as a character, but as a goalkeeper, he is god awful. So if January rolls around, all I say is that we bring in, you know, anyone that's not like 40 years of age and, you know, using us as a rebound club. Yep, half time here. Celtic 2, Livingston 1. It's one of those performances, you know what I mean? A good performance nonetheless. I'm quite happy with it. I'm just going to sit here and smoke blunts while people talk shit on this thing. We'll see. I'm going to check out that thing that Jordan sent to me and see if give that a look and see. Because if it's better quality, then I can actually see what's happening. Oh, there you go, guys. Right, half time. Anyone have any questions or things that they would like to ask me? Because I've already kind of voiced 90% of my opinions on this game in the last 5 or 10 minutes. We're the much better side, but we aren't too bad. When it comes to the attacking side of things, it's our defence, as always, that has kind of tripped us up and left us a little bit to be desired. Like, again, when we defend well, but they get the inside chance, and right after we score the second two, which is what's frustrating, because that game should be about 3 or 4-0 apart. I don't even know where the fuck I'm trying to kid. If you want to include the penalty chance, it could be 5. But all things considered, I think it's a good performance. Like, you know, Portugal, like, he'll go in at half time and just remind them, look, yous are at home, yous have been the much better side. Just don't concede your next chance, because then your brain starts to go, are we going to concede every shot we face? Because that seemed to be a thing against Aberdeen as well. Like, they had nothing, not a single thing in the game. Then we score, and immediately Aberdeen actually go, right, cool, we actually have to attack now. And when they put us under pressure, Celtic, for whatever reason, seem to crumble away like a fucking wafer in water. Which is fine. If Celtic are an attacking team, we've always been an attacking team. But my counterpoint's always the same, where it's like, if you're going to be an attacking team, you're going to need the strongest part of your team to be the defence, because the attackers will get chance after chance after chance. Like, you see with the stats in these games, where it's like, I mean, even if you bring up the half-time stats in this game, apparently I did. But I was mid-reading that, fair enough. I'm not going to piece together the remaining brain cells to figure that one out, but yeah, that's just how it goes with Celtic. Like, if you're going to do it, we need to basically just get across the line and make sure that we're playing a very safe game. There we go. Playing in the mood, I've got a pen. Right, that's what I was trying to say. I'll read that one more time for full context. The refs. What I'll say is, come on to fuck refs, at least try and hide it. You know what I mean? Like, I get it's not so much that it's a pro Rangers thing, it's just a pure anti Celtic thing at this fucking point. Which is fine. It's so. This, if you know what I mean, because like I can't watch a game and be like, all right, if there's a clear handball, we're getting a penalty. No, the referees will take their time to make it about them somehow. So that's, I suppose that's alright, I guess. Yeah, I'm going to actually take this opportunity to fix my microphone. I will be back in like 2 minutes. Okay? Right. Okay. If it's working now, it should be working now. If it's not, then I'm going to have to throw myself through a wall. I'll literally just unplug the whole fucking thing. Right down to the headset, so if it's not working now, God's against me, what can I say? Yeah, it's just showing the Livingston goals in that anyway, or that Livingston chance. Yeah, Taylor tries to win the ball and he ends up like slide tackling it into the Livingston player's path almost. I'm going to have to move this closer so I can see it in the corner of my eye. It's going to piss me off if that thing goes red again. I'm actually like going to have to like stare it down. But the way everything's going right now, if we keep playing the way we have, I don't see us worrying at all, realistically. Didn't even realise Kyogo was 27 years old. Oh, fucking hell, I thought he was younger. How was Maeda younger than him? Oh, wait, this is actually a good song, to be fair. Do any of you know who Zealand is? You probably know this one. I'm just going to have it a little bit louder while I reply to people because I've been messaged like 6 or 7 times. If you have any questions, put them down below. I'll respond to them. I'm just doing my thing now. Usually I go for a break, but I've technically already did that before the start of the stream, so I'm here. Well, if you're looking for a kick-off, or time for a kick-off, it'll be in about 5 or 10 minutes. Probably be at 55 if you're wanting an actual estimate when it's kicking off, but I think it will probably be it'll probably be about that time. So if you want to go and get yourself a cup of tea, if you want to go and get yourself a Prozac or something to de-stress, I would suggest now would be the time to do so. If you've been holding in a piss, go and do that. Same with a shite, whatever, I don't care. I don't need to know your story. but we just need to rejuvenate and go again. That's why I'm smoking. It's like the only stream-free beat that I actually like. Oh yeah, our next game after this is St Johnstone, isn't it? That's something I'll need to do after this stream. I'll need to make the thumbnail for that, I think. Oh, no shot. Jordan, if you're still watching this in the stream, lad, it's showing the highlights for the Partick Thistle game. That's clean. But it is really weird actually sitting down and like streaming Celtic again because it's like a whole thing. I can turn this down now because I guarantee you probably couldn't even hear it when it's down this low, but I like the song, so. I can actually give my sub count a live check to thingy because this doesn't update until I think it updates like an hour after the stream ends, I think. Because what I usually have to do is when the stream ends, like I'll have to like click on it and then it like auto updates, I guess. And then I've just put it in and go. But that's not like an end goal thing, by the way. It's not as if I've been trying to get 1,000 subscribers. I just set that target and you have to put a date in. so don't worry about it. Although if you want to leave a like, Microphone keeps cutting out. I'm going to scream. I'll just automatically turn it on and off every 10 minutes. That's going to have to be the workaround because I'm not allowing this to fucking float. Not a single issue with the microphone. As soon as I hit go stream live button, it's like, yep, now's the time. Second half's about to go. We've kicked off officially here. And it should be a good and very interesting second half. If we can get across the line, that would be cool, but I'm not expecting much. Realistically, we just have to play our game, get across the line with what we have, and we'll be alright. I would ideally like us to get a third. If we can get a third, fantastic, but second halves are on and off for us. But Martindale will be fucking buzzing at the fact that he's managed to get himself back into the game somehow. When straight away Livingston try and throw a ball into the box, that could have been a fucking deadly start, but Celtic try and break forward straight away. Abada's done a very heavy first touch and he's trying to fight away all right. Loses out, unfortunately, that's a bit sad, but it's really good from Abada, really good from Abada. But yeah, we officially have now hit 300 subscribers. Again, it won't update up there, but thank you a lot. That's really cool. That's a very good long ball, and we'll try and hunt it forward now. Good header down. And he's bundled over, and that will probably go down as a foul. Oh, you can pray to your God all you like, Omenenga. That is a foul, lad. Yellow card, in the book you go. It's like the third push you've done on that same fucking part of the pitch, right? Ball away to Starfelt. Nice. Shy loses out though, and there's an attack on. I should probably put this joint down at some point, but that comment's got me on edge now. It better not be 2 each because I will lose it. But it has been a minute since that comment's come in, so I have faith. I don't think there's a 2 each. Although one thing I will say is in the opening 3 minutes they probably had more attack of threat than they have in the opening 45. And it's not complimenting them or anything like that, it's really... It's not, yeah, thank you Matthew for clarifying. I figured it would have just been something like that, but literally it happened about 10 minutes ago. So I thought someone was trolling and I was ripping the piss out of them until they scored, so I was like, okay, let's just hold my tongue, just in case. Starfield goes for a very awkward long ball back, but Hearts should get there. Why the fuck is the ace race song playing? Is this ace race? No, it's gliding. Even worse. You. There we go. Oh shit, Livingston a bit high up though. Good shot. Really good shot to be fair. That could have found a way in. If it did, I would have had questions because there was literally no one on the right hand side of the field, but I think Hart knew that it was not really going to go anywhere near him. A tie. tries to play it in close, but it's deflected away. Well, not deflected away, but keeper comes out and stops him before. Let's try Mr. Microphone. But as long as we just kind of keep them simmered down, that will be the goal now, because as soon as I say that, they go over the top, and Hart was not convincing there at all, but we have it under control. Mike's doing that again. Why? What is your fucking script, mister? I'll not screw that in right, maybe. Try to fix my microphone live on air, man. Gotta love it. Don't be gay. Please. Right. I think I missed a Celtic chance while I was doing that. What happened? Oh, I did. I had a half crack across goal, and I think O'Reilly missed it on the end there. Oh no, he did get a touch, it just wasn't enough to spin it over the line, unfortunately. I mean, O'Reilly's had a great game. All the attackers have had a fantastic game. None of them have played bad. Longridge does nothing with it, that's fine. Martindale's a weird shape of a human being, isn't he? I mean, I respect it because, I mean, wearing a jumper like that in, you know, the middle of December, hats off to him. Do you think if Kieran Tierney or Scott Brown ever became a manager, they would like wear a fucking perish, like just a shirt and shorts to like a Champions League final? Because I genuinely think that would probably be the case. Oh, good pass in, but there was just a bit too much power on it for Hatate, and the ball's spun out wide, and Starfelt jumps in front of his man, and for the 100th time this game, the referee makes the wrong decision. It's a foul for Livingston. Wait, you're not going to book him, are you? Alright, I was going to say, if you're planning to book him for a fucking nudge, that would have been a little bit of a yikes moment, but we're in the clear, nothing bad yet. Although Livingston are trying to play that very, they're trying to, it sucks because they're doing exactly what I thought they were going to do. They're going to sit and take all the pressure they can. They'll attack when they know there's space, which is basically just counter-attacking for them. Hit it high because they've got tall lads up front. Our defenders ain't the tallest, they're physical, so they'll want to keep the ball in the air, and if they do play it in behind, they'll want it to be off one of our fullbacks rather than one of the defenders, or one of the central defenders I should say. So as long as Starfelt just kind of doesn't waddle away too much, then, you know, how Livingston got there, you know, there will work. Cleared the way. I'm going to lose it with this microphone, I'm actually not going to lie. Now, hopefully that fixes it. I've just switched it back to the way it was before. Every time I fix my microphone and look to the right, there's some cunt down in the deck. I think this time it's Pittman. Is it Pittman? It is. Whoa. What is going on with you? Aye, Ralston's down on the deck again. I feel like this might cause us a problem or two, because we don't have any other natural right backs that can stand in his place. Okay, now it's just turning off every time I try and speak. It's literally doing the opposite of its job at this point. There we go, maybe that fixes it. I've turned the gain down so it's not as sensitive. But if you see this table just get randomly flipped at some point, it's because this fucker's acting up again. Yeah, Bernabeu's going to come on for Ralston. He's the only sort of natural fallback that we have to replace him with, so Livingston they'll abuse that side. Realistically, that's what they're going to do. Which sucks because that might be a problem. Has Bernabeu played at right back at all this season? I don't think he has. That's why it would have been nice to have Juranovic back in the, not even in the starting lineup, just on the bench, just so we had that safety net. Because if you have the choice between a World Cup bronze medalist or a Scotsman that struggles to get into the first team in the national setup, then I think I know who I'd stick my money on. Celtic have the ball here though. He's taken down again. There's another yellow card coming out, but I don't honestly see who for. I mean, Abada was taken down, but I don't think it was a yellow card offence, so I think that's a bit harsh. Yeah, it's like a push-off, it's nothing. That's a bit harsh even for me. I mean, I'll take it because it just makes another one of their players on a yellow card, so nice, but back in an iffy one for the referee though. Not even going to talk shit. About that. Gets pushed off the ball, it's going to be a throw-in for us. We're keeping them pressed up high. As soon as I say that, play it in behind. Nearly tries to get away from him, but pressing up high it opens up space very quickly. But Carter Vickers does really well to stand in front of his man, to be fair. And Hart comes out to clean up any loose ends, and immediately we go back up the other side of the field. This is where we need to do our best work. Hatai. Away to Bernabeu, clean pass in towards McGregor. Starfelt plays out wide, I think that's Hatai, I believe. Out to Taylor. Stolen away for Livingston, but it will go back towards Callum. Go on, that's unlucky. Nearly tries to weasel his way out here. Good work for Bernabeu. So I'm confused because it makes me think, like, what positions are we playing them in then? Because Bernabeu's playing on the left, at least for what I'm seeing, or maybe him and Taylor are just playing like rotational fullbacks. Just if you're on that side of the field, get back and cover it kind of scenario. Wouldn't surprise me if it is what they're planning to do, but it means that Livingston basically have a guaranteed route in behind if they want to take it, which they better not. Top. Ball away for Livingston. McGregor takes him down, it'll be a foul. Yeah, I mean, again, I wouldn't really even call that a foul. I think the referee's just been a bit more less lenient than he was in the first half. But this is where Livingston can do damage if they want to from set pieces. If they swing it in with enough power, Maybe. Maybe something happens. High ball up. Hot quickly. Taken down by Starfield. This microphone, I'm going to lose it. Sorry. I do apologise, but it's really getting on my fucking tits how often it's doing this. If it happens again, I'm literally going to just do a full disconnect and I might be like out of sound for like a minute and a half, but not a single time did it disconnect until I start streaming, and then all of a sudden it's every 5 fucking seconds. If there is a god, he's a dick. He hates me. Oh, there we go. Yep, there's a big mistake, and that's what happens when you play Bernabeu out of position. Poor pass, and Livingston are in behind, they can do something with it. Nice, lovely football, play out. Bernabeu leaves it out for Joa, but he'll have to go forward with it. Decides again to try and be a bit too clever. Jota's... Oh, Virgil, welcome back, mate. You got sacked for the City. I take it your time at Torino didn't work out very well then. That's unfortunate. I'm sorry for you, mate. I've just been having an internal war with my microphone, so don't worry about it. We all lose our battle sometimes. There's another Livingston player down injured now. It's kind of getting comical how often they're hitting the deck. They're really trying to time waste, and there's a yellow card for Kyogo. He'll need to come off because Farashi's just been non-existent in this 15 opening minutes or so. There was definitely nothing wrong with it. He goes in for the ball, but Livingston player clears it a bit later. Oh, I went to Valladolid, got them into La Liga and won the last 16 of the champs. Hey. I ain't fucking bad, to be fair. With a team like that. I say I've not been playing a lot of, well, I haven't played any FIFA at all this year, to be honest with you. Like, I haven't played, because I had FIFA 2022, the last time I played that was team of the season. That was the last time I picked up FIFA, because like I said, I've been more football manager. On this, I've been playing a lot in Minecraft, like the PC, because I've been trying to get back into PC gaming again. So for me, I've basically moved a lot of my like library onto this. So things like Minecraft, Elder Scrolls, you know, fucking stuff like that. You know what I mean? Still to go forward again though. But the one that I'm playing the most now is it's a mix between FM 2023 and Minecraft. I've been playing that MCC Island or whatever it's called, but I won't go into much more detail on that because this is more the Celtic and my English team are playing at the same time. Oh, who's playing for you down in England now? Or rather, what's the score? I should say that was the question I was meant to phrase correctly in my head. Well, Jaw's off, Haskabanovic is on. Slightly iffy decision, but I did say that we really wanted to have Haskabanovic on for the start to give Jota a break, so it makes sense. And I think Atai's going to come off, I'd presume, for Turnbull or Moy. My preference would be Turnbull. It is Turnbull, right? Okay, that's fine. So Turnbull's on for Hatate. That's fair, man. I love FM. Yeah, like I've always watched it, or at least like not watched it, but like wanted to play it, but I haven't really like. I've had this PC for a while, but I've only ever really used it for Discord with my mates. You know what I mean? Like I bought it just so I had another easier way to talk to people. Obviously, I decided to start trying, you know, streaming because I used to do it and it was fun. and it's worked out so far because I've made a few decent people have came in and said hello. United and Burnley 1-0 United. Is this what is it, Carabao Cup, isn't it? I know Liverpool, if they're playing in that, I don't know when they play, but if they're live right now, then my bad. But oh shit, Livingston just had a cracker of a shot. Joe Hart made a stunning save, to be fair to him. Right at him, but there was a lot of power on it. And Celtic nearly bottled a 2-0 lead with that. That was Livingston's best chance of the game. It was even better than the chance that they scored with, in all fairness. They're really taking advantage of Taylor playing out on the right. Because he's not really covering those spaces in time, and it's making it a little bit more difficult for the players on the left to cover that kind of space. But Celtic play around them, get the ball in, lads. Tries to play too clever and spins all the way out. That's the one time that you should have played the low ball Abada. Not Abada, sorry, fucking Askabanovic. Yeah, showing the Livingston chance again, and what a hit it was, by the way. The only saving grace is that it kind of went towards Hart rather than away from him, otherwise it was probably 2 each. Yeah, that all must be shiting themselves to play us. Well, they are undoubtedly so. Based on the fact that they've conceded basically every shot they've faced in the last few games, if we're having 18, 20 shots a match, we should be okay. Because we're no dafties who can't always solve possession. But Celtic have never really been that type of team. Like in the league, we're always like the team that play well, play with possession, and we're always the team that have more shots, but we can't defend for shit. And I was explaining this earlier on in the first half. Like if we strengthened our defence, like I'm not saying our defence is bad, because I'm saying more or less the goalkeeper is the biggest issue for us. Because I like Joe Hart and he's just made a good save, but like, either someone in the SPF sake, yeah, microphone's going to make me lose it. But we could sign players like try to think across the SPFL, like good like examples. But like a Laidlaw, you know what I mean? Like a good solid backup goalkeeper, and then like a main starter goalkeeper. I'm not saying go out and spend 10 million on it because it won't work, but invest. I would say that Gavin Bazunu for Southampton. Celtic just had another belter of a crack there. I think that Turnbull's first effort of the game. I bet even that right now we're just breaking teams down. Well, yeah, for me it's the finishing. Like we can make 60, 17, like 18 shots a game. Is anyone looking for a ticket Saturday? Third row from the front. Face value. Oh. If anyone wants a ticket, there you go, I guess. It was a bit harder against Aberdeen, they struggled and they needed nearly 10 minutes to win that game. Yeah, added time is a very, very crucial thing in the SPFL, isn't it? But again, this is all stuff that we talked about earlier on earlier on in the first half. It's like Celtic will always be the team that makes the majority of the chances, but we always concede the majority of the chances we concede, just in general. Like if we have 5 shots against us in a game, chances are we've conceded 2 or 3 of them. And the other point is that if obviously the way Celtic play, we have to have about 30, 35, 40 shots a game for 2-3 goals. I mean, I don't know how many shots we've had in this game specifically, but 17 shots in this game specifically. And we've had 2 goals. They've had, 3 shots. Goal soon. I fucking hope so. If we can get a third, then I'm a lot more at ease for the rest of this stream. But yeah, it's Celtic, so I guarantee it's going to be like, if there is a third goal, it's going to be in the 90th minute or some shit. Ball's played up. Taylor's, or Haskabanovic, I'm sorry, is chasing it down. Oh wait, 3-1 Matthew. Oh wait, if you're telling me that, that means we might actually have some. 2 seconds. I'm going to go into commentator mode. Oh my god. Never mind, it's an absolute fucking... Am I being... I don't know if I don't know if I've been trolled or not. It's always been a very, very crucial thing for Rangers. Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. Carter Vickers has it. You want to play it up. Okay. There really has to be something in here. Please, go, go. Good ball through, but it takes a deflection, cleared away. Carter Vickers takes it down. Turnbull flicks it over. Abada's there, steals it away. Oh, it's a huge mistake for the Livingston defender. And there is 3. Thank you fucking God. Sweet child of mine. Stop playing, please. Oh, wait, I just realised this. There is a reason why that's happening. That's not what I want to do. So it is just being gay. Is what's happening? There should be a Sweet Child of Mine thing playing right now, but I can't hear it. Why? Well, I'm not first anyway, lads. 3-1. Fucking great for us. Yeah, for some reason it's just not playing, I guess. That's a whole thing. Everything just went to shit as soon as I hit the stream button, isn't it? None of the things that I have like set up work. What have I clicked on? Okay. Well, it works, I guess. Shut up! Okay. It's one of those multiple thing ones. Yeah, I'm going to need to still sit and tweak about 90 things once this stream ends, because when I fix one thing, the microphone goes to shit when I fix another. Or they're checking the goal for possible offside. I swear to God, if I've literally just... It should stand, realistically. There was... the Livingston player touches it. That's a goal. If they fucking disallow this, everything about the game is done. And the reason why the SFA referees wear blue is because they are Masonic cunts. Thanks for doing that, Mr. J. Sounds like Harley Quinn.
Mr. J.
You can bitch and complain all you want, lad, but your player touched the ball. The goal should stand. Livingston apparently... We're playing on hard plastic shavings. The fuck is that? Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure there's League 2 clubs with better fucking stadium standards. What are you smiling for? What are you smiling for, you dick? No, I'm sorry, but if the referee calls that after that fucking smile, I'm telling you now what's happened. Oh, I swear to God, he's going over to the box. If you fucking disallow this, you slimy, sludge-like sack of shit, I swear to God. That's not offside. The Livingston player touches the ball. No handball. What are they trying to give this for? It's a complete legit goal. Let's see. He touches the... Lads, that's our goal. If they disallow this... If they fucking disallow this, I am done. No handballs, no nothings. That's a perfectly legit goal. Goes across the goalkeeper. He's onside because you're the Livingston player playing him on. That goal should stand. You're a fucking joke. This league is a fucking joke. This league is absolutely just fucking done. That's 2 this game. 2 this game. The penalty in the first. Fair enough, ref. Fair fucking enough! However, denying us a clear and obvious goal, and it seems like I say this every fucking time. Every fucking time. Why does VAR only benefit one team in the league? Because seriously, VAR is just a video assistant of Rangers. Right, that is all I can What the fuck is that? They're showing they're trying to show the screenshots and they're trying to explain it to me in my ear that that's offside despite, and here is the rule of football by the way, if a defender touches the ball, realistically, right, they've played the ball, right, so if someone touches the ball after that, realistically they're not offside. However, the referees seem to forget that that's a rule. I guess, whatever. Aye, we are the people. Aye, your fucking Masonic refs. Classic VAR decision system. How does it feel that you struggled against Aberdeen, my guy? Please get the fuck out my chat. Do not waste my time again. We're still fucking 9 points clear just to make you, realise that you're still useless. No offence, but there's more threat out of shite than there would probably be for you. Just more ammo for us to hand to UEFA about the state of the refs in this country. Aye, yous are shite. Mate, again, I'll refer you to your last 2 matches. You're probably adopted, you stupid ton. No, I was actually raised in a fairly alright household. But your spelling suggests that you probably weren't raised right. I don't honestly care, like, your 9 points. Yeah, exactly. Like, yous are trying to get under the skin of someone who's sitting so far above yous that it's actually laughable. The only reason you're still in the title race is because of a fucking piece of technology that hasn't been designed right. Right, you're shite on guitar. Aye, am I? And what? Probably more expensive than your house, pal. In fact, you probably don't even live in a house. You probably live in a cardboard box, to be honest. He's entitled to have a laugh, but don't come in here and give insults. You know what I mean? If you're here to have a laugh, fair enough, but don't come in here and start calling Conspeki for no reason, right? Because it just doesn't make sense. Escape my win against Aberdeen and you're calling us shite. Kyle's just... It's one of those, isn't it? Scrape my win against Aberdeen, you're calling us shite. Anyway, I've got a game to focus on, to be fair. Ian, put Free King Slime in as much as you want. It's not going to do much for you, pal. In fact, hold up. Just to make my life a little bit less easier. Please suck a dick. You're in timeout. Thank you. When you come back, maybe, think long and hard. Nonetheless, boys, I've got a game to focus on, so I'm going to be doing that instead. Ball comes forward. That's unlucky for a bother. Grammatically woeful feeling. The local education system fails once again. Could have put it better myself, mate. Could not have put it better myself. They're entitled to have a laugh, like I said. It's the same with any other. I've had Aberdeen fans, Livingston fans, I've had every type of fan come in and have a laugh. But it's always the Rangers ones that come in. And I haven't streamed a Rangers game yet, by the way, and they're calling us shite. Like, how obsessed do you need to be, honestly? I'm not even that big of a streamer and you're trying to stop being... Come on. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Mon the hoops, fuck them, man, game of hell, exactly it. At the end of the day, you just need to look at the fucking table. In fact, we'll be looking at this table for for a few moments. Just you see how they are nowhere near us, and that's with the help of every conceivable referee. By the way, I'm just saying, like, I don't even need to insult anyone. They do it to themselves. Although, well, to be fair though, I am really, really looking forward to the Old Firm match. Because I know I'm probably going to get hounded, but I'm going to go into that stream and just cause chaos. That is my entire fucking plan. I don't give a shit if we get hammered 4-0. Won't happen, because it's them. We'll win 3-0 probably. I have 9 points and why Celtic are better than the Huns. Exactly. I mean, to be fair, actually, that's 9 points. But probably the same amount of years they've been alive. But we found it to them, but at the end of that, it's a game of football. Right, that right there, that's a Rangers fan that is a Rangers fan, or at least a fucking proper one. Knows how to have a laugh, and he just sits and enjoys it. Fair fucks to you, lad. It's not the technology, it's the folk running it. Exactly. I don't have a problem with the referee. Like, see, if the referees made the occasional bad decision for every team, cool. But we haven't had one in a long time. Like, if you actually sit and watch, if you sit any Rangers fan that says we've had the benefits of the referees this season, tell them to watch any 90 minutes. Any. And there's going to be one or two decisions that even they would raise their eyebrows at. And I've had the same for them as well. A lot of people were saying that Hibernian deserved a penalty kick against Rangers. They didn't. It was a fair challenge, but everyone jumped on it as if it's like, oh well, of course they fucking get it. Of course, like no one cares. It's a game of football, for crying out loud. Just don't come into chat and be like, oh Specky, we are the like. If you come in and be like, that's fine, you know, up you Hun bastard, up you Timmy cunt. I don't care about that sort of stuff. That's funny to me, but just looking at me, yeah, cool, call me Specky, what else can the guy say? Realistically, come on to fuck. Even then, I wear glasses and I'm still a sexy bastard. Take a look at my face. Do you not see this? Do you not see how absolutely God, at least I have the confidence to sit down and take shite for people in the first place. Celtic are going to hammer Rangers, the goals will only be pens. Aye, you know, that's what it'll be. It'll be 4-3 Celtic. 3 penalty kicks, Tavernier hat trick. But Celtic will have to score out. In fact, we'll probably score like 7 goals and have them all called off, to be honest. Can't wait for Juranovic or Ralston to pocket Kent again. Mate, we could fucking field a B team and probably pocket that cunt. It's not the Old Firm anymore, but that club died. I know, but it's easier than just saying, you know, it's easier than going Celtic versus Newco or Celtic versus Sevco. I have family that are Rangers. My family are predominantly Rangers fans. That's why I'm used to this. I can have a laugh. Like, my brother is die-hard Rangers. We rip the piss at each other all the time. But he wouldn't look at me in the eyes and go, Specky out the gate. You know what I mean? That's just bitter. It's a bit sad. A few minutes left in this one anyway. We should be relatively comfortable, but nah, I mean, that's the thing. If a Rangers fan really wants to go toe to toe with me, I can literally be like, well, I'm older than your club. But we're here for football. We're not here for drama. God damn right, ball in. Moy pings it out wide for some reason. Gents is up there. Oh my god. Please make it 3. That would have been fucking... That would have actually just been terrific football, by the way. I wouldn't... Just disperses it back towards Starfelt and he'll try and move in central towards him. That's why I wish I had my moderator in chat. You know what I mean? He would have stopped that guy like instantly. I think he died and went to the void. Ball out wide. Livingston try and keep it under control, but McGregor's just keeping him under press. That is fucking terrific. Yeah, I think we've learned the mistake for the you know, the last goal. That is so unlucky for Taylor, by the way, because he's playing out of position and he still fucking leaves through them. More points between us than they've got brain cells between them. I couldn't have fucking put it better myself. but I'm really looking forward to the old form just in general. All the Huns have left just like old co. Yeah, exactly. It's amazing that like if you actually stand up to them and go, yo, what do you actually have? Like your entire lives, like your entire lives have evolved around complaining about us. I don't give a shit if Rangers win the league. I don't give a shit if they went on and won the Champions League. I'll support Celtic to the day I die because it's the team I support. Simple as that. I don't give a fuck about the masonry side. I don't give a fuck about any other aspect of it. I support Celtic because it's a club I like. That's where the button stops. So people using it as a way to try and insult me is just, it's amazing because it's like, so what, I support a club that is better than yours. Congratulations. One thing I will say is at least I'm not one of those cunts that just forget about Scottish football and just support this team down south, you know what I mean? Like I said, I've probably missed a Liverpool game for this and I don't even care. I love folk that say Specky is an unsolid guy. I've got shy eyesight, what's like got to do it? Yeah, that's the thing. I can take my glasses off and, you know, I still look alright. Like, you can't change their face, you know what I mean? Plus, even with that, all the benefit to having glasses is I can just see their bullshit that much clearer, and it just... I've won. That's all I'll say. Any Rangers fans in chat that are just sitting there, well played. Use of the good few, I guess. But we've got 4 minutes here. Celtic is my religion, Celtic Park is my chapel, exactly. There are probably people that, yeah, no, see, to be fair, actually, yeah, I'm not even really religious. I guess if I did have a religion, or if there was anything that I was, like, cult-like over, it probably would be Celtic Football Club, aye. Good ball forward. Nice. Make them panic. They have done nothing since, like, that half chance in the 50th minute. They have, however, had a bit more possession, I'm sure. Oh, 21%. Look at them go. But this is where things get dangerous for us, because if they score another one, I'll lose. Moy is one of the best midfield decisions we've made ever. That I will agree with. I remember when people were complaining about him and I was like, the guy was like insane for Huddersfield. Kept them up in the Premier League. And he was, what, £9 million? And we just signed that motherfucker for literally nothing. It's like, that's business, boys. But apparently they've been trying to sign... Who is it Rangers have been actually trying to sign? Apparently, like, I know Juranovic has been linked with a lot of clubs. Like, he's probably gone in January because it's Barcelona, Man United, Atletico Madrid. It's like the big boys coming in. And when you have multiple versions from multiple sources, you know it's true. So the way I'm looking at it, sell that man for $35 million. If we do so, get into your net, bring him back. Not actually, but although that would be that'd be a homecoming story and a half, you know what I mean? But what I would do is invest it into a solid, good goalkeeper like a Bazunu, like I said, a young, strong, tall, international goalkeeper that has, you know, football that they want to play. And Bazuno's a player that has openly said, hey, I want to move to Celtic because I think that club would be brilliant for my development and I like them. Get him in. He's better than Joe Hart. Speaking of... Oh, that's really good football, actually. Hold up, there may be a chance for Celtic. Ball out by Tyrone Moy. Play it in. Oh, if he got that through, by the way, that would have been... That would have been absolutely delightful. Yeah, Adam. Okay, right, there's apparently a foul on Moy for initiating contact with the air. Apparently moving. How many added minutes? I will tell you once it can fall to me. Stream's a little bit behind, but I mean, I'll give you an answer in about 15 seconds. Oh, Celtic get through and they nearly get it. I watched Croatia first game in Qatar, and both Juranovic and Barisic had good games, to be honest. Yeah, Juranovic had a fantastic World Cup. Barisic had that, because he didn't really start any games after the opener against Morocco. I think he played in the third place game against, ironically against Morocco. That's me just realising they played twice in the World Cup. They put them back on to watch Chris Boyd Green, yes. Oh, Chad, so, Turnbull. Swing it in, lad, swing it in! Tries to swing in, opts not to. Celtic TV, can you give me... Oh yeah, right, it's a Qatar added time, 7 minutes of additional time. It's ironic that there's been 7 added minutes for literally nothing, might I add. There have been no goals this half, but 7 minutes added time. But as I say, oh, Taylor nearly sneaks that one in, by the way. Never mind, it's Abada. I think it was Taylor that played him in. It was Taylor that played him in. Abada fucking really good feet, gets the shot away, but it's just kind of rolls across the face of goal. Well, this will be the last call, ladies and gentlemen. If you would like to subscribe, if you would like to like the stream, that'd be cool. We're trying to get partnered. This isn't correct. I can actually check right now and confirm with you, but it was like 301 the last time I checked, which was quite cool. So thank you for getting me to 300 this stream. That's cool. We've got a few minutes left here. As long as there is absolutely no trying to sign panels. I did say 10 minutes added for VAR, not far away. Yeah, it's fucking stupid. What was even more incredible, right, is that even with that, it still doesn't even add up close to 7 minutes. From like the start of that decision to the end of it was about 2.5 minutes, which is still long as hell, by the way, to get the wrong decision. But a lot of people will look at this game and be like, "Oh, Celtic won 2-1, and they only could what the fuck? Why do you only win by 1 goal?" And then every part of my soul just has to sit here and watch this every single week. Nice. Okay, I think it's offside. Man, Aaron Moy is sexy for a bald man. And see why Mia Khalifa likes him. I'll sub and smash the like button and give it a share, buddy. Thank you. That is very much appreciated. I don't know why I do this. It's not even like a salute. It's not a proper salute, but it's not like a wave. It's like in the middle. I am a weird human being. Right, sorry, let me get a live check up. Oh fuck, I look up and Livingston are in. Go away, go away, go away. Right, good. Cleared away from, I think, Taylor. Starfelt tries to get in front of that one. They've hit it up. They've kept it really well. It's... Oh shit, it's in the middle of everyone. Cleared away, Pittman can't get to it. Yes, up you. Up you bastard. Good news, they didn't score. Let's see. 304 right now, yeah. We've moved on up, boys. We've gained like 10 this stream. Oh, why'd you get in his way? Moy was on for an open shot and he was... I think it was Aurelia that kind of decided to pop up in front of him. Ball in, hit across Taylor, and Haskabanovic nearly does a madness. But Livingston very quickly try and play out for the back, but that's really unlucky to be fair. Like, really unlucky. Oh, he just tries to cut in front of his man and it goes up. Like Sheridan sub, mate. Happy to help another Celtic fan. Well, that's why I like doing these types of streams, because you get to meet people that are, or at least have people come into your stream that are like-minded, I guess, you know what I mean? Like they appreciate the good things in life, and Celtics is probably about as good as it can get. It's painful. It sucks. Being a Celtic fan in Europe is quite literally like trying to swim in lava. It's not going to work. But that's the thing. We stick with the boys through thick and thin, and even though we haven't been anywhere near convincing enough today, we've been more than good enough to sit here and say this is a convincing performance. Michael Beale could never. But there ain't much time left. We've just gone past the 95th minute now for me, so I don't know where it is in the actual what time it should be in like the 96. Oh, it's the 97th already. Hopefully we should be safe then. Ball played across, played in, and Hart should come out and claim that. That should be a little bit more easy for us to get through now. Oh, we'll just kind of pick it up. This is where I'm going to... Oh, touch of a god. What a fucking touch that was, by the way, Taylor. Nice, get it up the field. Out wide to Bernabe frays it up towards Haskabanovic. Go, cut in, have a shot. Does get a shot, and I think the Livingston player throws his body in the way quite well, actually. He can't even fault it. A minute left in this game and we should be across the line. I just realised, but the microphones all of a sudden just went back to normal, by the way, for anyone that's been in here and witnessed the issues. That it's not done it now that, like, I've just... I bounced it off the desk and it's worked. Engineer. Out wide to Abada again. Back to McGregor. McGregor looks, let's see, since he's came back, he's been fully fit. But we're not too far away now. 97th is basically here. Go Taylor. Go Taylor. Nice, that's not too bad. We're keeping them under pressure now. As long as we just keep them on that side of the field, realistically, game's done. Moyes got it. Should be a throw in. Referee decides that's not going to happen. Right, I'm having to look for another manager job now. I've got Celtic in the last 16. And I'm not doing that. Oh! Try and bluff your way into Celtic. Although don't actually, because Postecoglou's class. But that, oh, thank God, right, that is full time. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, we've done it. We didn't lose! Yes! Round of applause for the boys. We've done well. Kyogo hits the deck in exhaustion despite not being on the pitch for the last... I've just realised how awful that... I need to fix this one, but... Yes. Victory. 2-1, boys. It's a very good one for us, and if it doesn't make you smile any more than it already has, there's your table. 16 wins, 1 defeat as it stands. Compared to Rangers, he's less than impressive record at this point. I think even they would admit that themselves. But Livingston staying 6th, they won't really have to worry about much. They'll probably want to hope that St Mirren don't really do much. I'm surprised Hibs have actually played a game extra. Well, Livingston can still chase it up. I'm sure they'll be fine. But 9 points clear once again, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we like. Nearly every shot on target. Not bad. Yeah, I mean, you have to give them credit where it's due. You know, 22% of the ball, that's... I'm trying to find reasons. The fact that I'm just looking at the past stats. We are probably one of the best passing teams in, like... I wouldn't say in Europe, because obviously we're not, right? But we're one of those teams that can do that type of football better than most others, like for the minor leagues. If you're speaking like for like the Eredivisie to like the Turkish league, that kind of bracket. Yeah, Celtic are probably the best passing team out of the lot. Because our possession game's fucking terrific. But if we build on what we've done here, then realistically it's just a case of strengthening those positions for future references. And I think like with obviously Juranovic probably departing in January, the chances are they will want to like use that money to strengthen up, because obviously it's not just Juranovic that will probably be looked at as well, because again, players like Maeda and that will probably have one or two eyes on them as well. But the boys are going around and giving their applause to the boys that have stuck around. And what you need to remember for a December night pre-Christmas, it was still a very, very hefty stadium, but a very good win for us. I'm more than content with that, to be honest. I was hoping for a 4-0. Was nowhere near it. But if you came here just for the sake of the game, thank you for coming along. That was fantastic of you to do so. Chances are it will be live for the Lisa Johnston game if I'm awake for it. If you go back and check out the last stream, you can see how tired I was, having to get up any time pre 3 PM. Full time. Cheers again for the stream, Chief. Not a problem at all, Virtual. You enjoy the rest of your night. I'm going to be hanging around for about 5 or 10 minutes. I wish man, they're never looking for a manager. The way it worked for me in my FM save was that I took over Motherwell. I think it was Motherwell at first, because it was Motherwell, and then I took over Championship. Stoke. I think it was Stoke. And then I ended up being linked with the Celtic job, but that save went to shit because I got sacked about 2 seasons in for financial reasons, not for league reasons. I was like, for the 2-3 seasons I was a champ. I got to the quarterfinals of the Champions League both times, but it was because of the money I was spending. Apparently wages are a thing that you need to consider, and because I've only ever really played FIFA and FM, it was baffling to me that you have to make wage meets and you actually have to make like UEFA registration and stuff like that. But I basically just started a new season and worked with it. I know they're going on as if Bale's a messiah, by the way. It's hilarious. I don't know. He said 2 iffy. I mean, if you go to not just that game, but the last game that Rangers played as well, you can't really tell me it's convincing. You know what I mean? Like, they're still facing much more shots on average than we do. Like, again, they deserved the win in that Hearts game. I'm not saying they didn't, making it clear. But then you look at that game there, like, that really just sums it up, doesn't it? But again, it's a case of they do concede a lot of chances, and when they concede a lot of chances, that makes them easier to play through. And for someone like me who can sit here and be like, Lamar, they're shit, it means when we play them in the old firm, chances are if we play the way that we like usually can, we should be alright. I've got no quarrels or worries about it, to be honest with you. Like, we've done well. That's the official table as it stands. Like, I mean, if you look at this point, yeah, like, I think the gap's going to be a lot more than 4 points. I thought it was 5 points, to be honest. That's why I had to double check. I didn't want to speak out of context, but we're 9 points clear already right now, and last year we were the ones doing the chasing. So, in terms of form, we're quite high up there, man. We're doing what we need to do. I can finally shut this down. Save my thing from absolutely just imploding. But streaming Saturday, most likely, Chief. If I can, obviously, A, get a stream for it, and B, if I'm awake. Like, early wake-ups just ain't my thing. In fact, I can check to see what time. If it's like 12 or 12:30, it might be a bit difficult. It's 12:30. Probably. Oh shit, Christmas Eve. No, I think I might be able to do that game. I'll try and make time for it. I think I want to, like I said, I want to try and stream every game for now at the end of the year. I'll definitely be live for the one against Aberdeen, the one that's on the 28th. And then the game after that, obviously, is the Old Firm, which will probably be the big one, to be fair. I feel like if there's any stream that will pop off, it will probably be this one, because I've already had Rangers fans attack me, and I'm not even so much as spoken about them, really. But the big result was that one. I'm quite happy with it. It's a deserved win. So we'll just do some classic wrap up things now. We've got a bit of time to. Well, I've got a bit of time to kill anyway. I was kind of hoping to hear from Flash this game, but I guess he's a little bit busy. Because if you remember right, Virtual, the guy that we were talking about last stream, the one that was trying to contact me, he added me on Discord to be like, yo, plans for things. So part of me was like, cool, I'll like see how that goes. That's something I kind of want to work on down the line as well, because I don't like to just do football shit. Like, as much as I love to, I like playing games just as much. So I kind of want to have like the YouTube channel be like the sports side of things, if that makes sense. And then eventually, when I decide to go back onto Twitch, that'll probably be where I do most of the gaming stuff, because it's just fun to me, I guess. But yeah, not too bad, not too shabby. With all pants, my eye. That's just the way it goes with most teams in the league. They ain't us, to be honest. Part of me is just hoping comfortably that we don't have to worry about much. Like, realistically, if we win against St Johnstone on the 24th Saturday, obviously if we play well enough and just get across the line against them, then realistically we go into the new year possibly further than 9 points clear. Because obviously Rangers, I don't think their run-outs any more difficult. I mean, if I go and like check the actual specifics of it, who are Rangers up against the next 2 match days, or do they only play once more? Okay, yeah, they only play once more. So they play Motherwell. Then we play Hibs, and then obviously we play each other on the second, so they have the easier game, I guess, if you want to look at it like that. But plus we are away from home. But if we get across those two, like next two hurdles basically, because obviously Rangers have to play Ross County away, and last season they were tripped up by them, so it is something that is conceivably doable. But it really just depends on Ross County, to be honest with you. I mean, realistically, what I'm expecting is Rangers and Celtic to win both their games. Maybe a draw for Celtic and Hibs, maybe a draw for Ross County and Rangers if you really want to press it, but I don't see Celtic losing to either of those two teams, and I don't see Rangers losing, at least badly, to either of those two teams. Like, it's one of those where football is football. There'll all be moments where, I mean, like we said, that St Johnstone game, not St Johnstone, St Mirren game, early in the season, our only defeat came in a very, very similar way. If you can, then you can. But if I don't see you Saturday, then have a good Christmas, man. Well, likewise to you too, Chief. But chances are I will be live for that, for the Christmas Eve game. At the end of the day, it's like I have managed to get up for those games in the past, even when my sleeping schedule prohibits me from being able to be awake at times like this. But I'll make sure that it's possible. But yeah, my plan for after New Year is to actually start developing a stream schedule that's not just, I'll stream when Celtic do, because I want to do more than Celtic stuff, and I want to actually work with people and do like projects and stuff like this, because community stuff is cool, and I haven't really done much stuff like that, to be honest. If you haven't figured out, I live on my own, so it's kind of one of those things where it's like, yeah, cool, if I can do streaming in my spare time, fantastic. That makes my life a bit easier. I can enjoy myself. I think this stream's done quite well. I think at one point we peaked at like 50 concurrent viewers, which is like the most I've had in a while, so happy with that. I mean, right now, even though it's the end of the stream and I'm just talking shit, there's 10 people just vibing. You know what I mean? So I love this game. It's beautiful. But I will need to kind of wrap it up soon. What time is it right now, actually? Because my plan's to wrap it up at like 10 past. Right now it's about, give or take, about 10 now. Because it's 2.5 hours, that's like the minimum that I kind of want to do this for, you know what I mean? But in terms of like game and stuff, my plans to like obviously after the Hibernian game, I'm going cold turkey until obviously the Rangers game. But in that 4 or 5 days, like I'm not doing anything, so I can just kind of sit back and go, right, cool. What can I stream? What can my computer handle? What can I run the systems on? Can I do this with this person, or can I do it with that person, and try and work with it from there? But yeah, seems like it's a pretty reasonable way to go. I streamed did well. I'm happy with the people that came in. You know, obviously it's nice to have people come back, even if it's just to check in, even if it's to insult me like that guy earlier on. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's engagement, and so you can't win them all, but can't lose them all either. And that's the pros and cons of streaming. I'll have streams that do bad, streams that do well. This is one of the ones that went pretty okay, so I can smile. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, this is all just to get progress on the watch time and things like that. At the end of the day, if I can get bottomed by the end of next year, I think that's probably a reasonable goal for me. If I keep going at the speed that I'm going at, it is doable, 100%. But obviously, it's one of those things where it's not just going to come for me just waking up, turning on my computer and streaming. Like, I have to try and do different things to keep it fresh, because it will get boring after a while. Saints will be a breeze. No, St Johnstone will be the easier game. It's going to be Hibs that will do the harder stuff, that will go through the harder odds with us. But as long as we kind of keep composed, I don't think there's really going to be any threat in either of those two games. Like, Celtic are just comfortable. But then one, I'm in a position to sign unless they sell. Well, that's the way you need to kind of look at it, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, I know Celtic will do good business in January because it's like almost a guarantee or a given at this point that Juranovic is going. So people will look at that and go, right, cool. If he goes, that's 20 million minimum, 35 million probably as a medium, and 40 million at the high end that we can then just reimburse back into, obviously just reimburse the money back into towards the team. And if they can, fair enough. If they can't, then it's one of those. Let me some of your guitar, you're back. Did you enjoy your time out? Did you enjoy the victory? Was it nice to witness? To be fair, like we were talking about what you were saying, mate. We were talking about it quite openly. Rangers are doing their thing, you know what I mean? But you're welcome to come back for the Old Firm match. You can give me all the insults you want then, because that's what that stream's for. But it's nice that you popped in and said hello again anyway. I appreciate it, because not many people usually come back once they've been timed out. I respect your commitment. If anything, it's actually impressive. But yeah, I'm just getting watch time up there now, so if you want to help me out by staying in chat for a few minutes, that'd be nice. It's one of those. But I'm not going to play some guitar, because A, it's untuned, and B, I can't be arsed. 7 million the most you'll get. Do you not remember Calvin Bassey fucking off for like whatever, how many much it was, and you're trying to tell me he's a better player than Juranovic? Juranovic is a right back that is a medalist at a World Cup, has Champions League, Europa League, and national experience. Still young, still in his, well, I wouldn't say out of his peak years because he's in them, I guess. Like, how old is he? 27, 28. So it's one of those where it's like, yeah, he's in that prime range to sell. He's more than 7 million. Like I said, for me, I would say, like, if it's between 20 and 30, fair enough. Like, sell him. That's more than fine for me, because, to be honest with you, it's not, I wouldn't expect any more than that. I wouldn't expect any less either, because at the end of the day, we still need to make fucking profit. We do that, reimburse the money, and hopefully we get something from it. I mean, that's what I hope. What will realistically happen is probably what you said, mate. They'll probably go, yeah, 7 million, fuck it, we're the Celtic board, we're quite the top people like that, so we'll just do it anyway. And they'll do it anyway. But Bassey was a unit, Juranovic looks like he would get bullied. But they're two different type of players. Like, my argument is that Bassey's a good player, but he's not designed to be a technically defensive or, like, superior player. He's just an out and out good at the basics. You know what I mean? Juranovic is a technical, much more technical right back. If you're trying to compare right backs, then I'm trying to think of like a Premier League, like similar to it, because it's hard. Juranovic is like a very unique player in how he plays, but he's almost like a Reece James. You know what I mean? He's shite in the air. He's not good when it comes to the physical battles, but he can pick out a pass, and more often than not, it finds its target, and that's what people pay for. They're not paying for his height. They're not paying for his physicality, because if that's how it worked, then the sport would just be 6'6" black dudes everywhere going at it. You know what I mean? It would be like an NBA kind of scenario where just pick the tall, strong ones, go for it. But you need physically talented players. That's why Bassey was worth as much as he was. He is non-stop. I will give him that. Aye, like that's the difference. Like, I don't shit on any Rangers players, right? If you look at your team right now, I'd say 2 or 3 of them start for us, and I wouldn't really argue about it. You know what I mean? If you're talking last season, Calvin Bassey and Aribo were fantastic. Aribo was a player even when he did play for Rangers, I fucking loved how he played. I really like how Aribo plays, because he's silky smooth, he's good with his feet, and he played very good for the type of system that Rangers wanted to work with. Juranovic fits Celtic system, but he can also fit a lot of other systems, and I think that's what the key point is for Juranovic, is that he's proven that he can work in a system like Celtic's, where it's counter-attacking and constantly on pressure, but at the same time he can also play in Croatia's setup, which is a lot more of a defensive-minded, like play very calm, composed build-up football, as opposed to just hitting it up the park, going in and then pressing them as high as possible. Like, it depends on the player and the situation. I think Juranovic, a reasonable would be between 17.5 and 25 million. That's the bracket I would look at and go, that's what he's worth. I would take that, but there are some signings that you would look at and go, how the fuck are they worth that? I mean, like, the way I would make it is, I think Celtic and Rangers both get cheesed when it comes to transfers, because we send players down south, or I mean, like Calvin Bassey or Aribo, you know what I mean, like down the Premier League or across to Ajax, and they don't get a lot of playing time. I mean, like, who was that fella that you said a few years ago, that right back, Patterson? He went to Everton, was meant to be the next big thing, and then just didn't start. Gilmore was the same for Chelsea, signed for basically nothing, then hyped up to be this great thing, and then just moved on behind closed doors. It's like they don't understand that Scottish players are good, but whenever we send someone down that's like an international, players like, you know, Victor Wanyama, who went on to do quite well for Southampton and Tottenham, Victor, obviously Van Dijk, Arthur Boric, you look at players like that for Rangers, you would look at players like Nika Jelvic, who went on to do really well for Everton. It depends on the player and the system, you know what I mean? Only time a big club will pay for that kind of fee, so if they're under 25. That is one thing I will give you. We'll break Tierney's transfer record with Juranovic easy. It depends on the club, because I think for the 3 main ones that I've seen are Barcelona, which means if it is they're going to do the classic, we'll give you like 2 million now, and then like 10k a year for the next 160 years. That's Barca's business model. So if Barca comes in, I would tell them to fuck off with a stick. But if it's a club like Chelsea, or if it's a club like Man United, a club that you know for a fact have money, press them. Because look what Ajax did with Anthony last season. Just be like, we won't sell him. We've got plenty of fucking time to move him on. Because the big thing is Juranovic's contract length. He still has 3 years left. So we could just say, nah, you're not going anywhere, lad, and sell him in his 30s. For, probably about 7 million then. Not a chance. That's why Tierney went for so much, because of his age. That's I would agree with that. Look at the amount of players at 25 going for 25 million, 25 million. Not in Scotland. The only Aaron Hickey, I think, is the only recent Scottish signing that's kind of garnered some noise, because apparently he's, was it Brentford he went to, or am I talking about my arse? But I know he's like, because obviously he did well over in Italy, didn't he? And people were like, cool, he's a player that can fit those systems. But Scottish players don't get a lot of chance to shine, because unless you're in the Champions League, which only Celtic and Rangers ever really do, and even then that's not that often, they don't get a lot of chances to shine. And when you have a player like Tierney that comes through, or with Rangers, if you have a player like Gilmore that comes through, Celtic and Rangers panic sell them because, like, with Tierney, he didn't necessarily want to leave, but Arsenal were offering too good money to basically go, oh no. But right now, Tierney's a £50 million fucking fallback. So if we'd kept a hold of him, we wouldn't have only doubled our money, but he would have been in a much safer place and a much more familiar system. Granted, not for a better team, because Arsenal on paper are the better team. They play in a better league with much more funds. That makes them a more, attractive option. But at the same token, if he stayed at Celtic, it wouldn't be 50 million. It would be 30 at the most. So I will actually give the Rangers fella that. That's a mentality that's doing this league, not in Scotland. Yeah. Why not? It sucks because, like, I mean, I'm trying to think of like really good examples off the top of my head, but like I'm trying to think of players that came up to us. Like for Rangers, the most recent example easily is Aaron Ramsey. You know what I mean? A player that kind of looked at Rangers like a stepping stone. Like, yeah, I'll fucking, I'll use this club, get my fitness back up and proceed to do great things, and then immediately made himself the villain when he failed to do a very basic fucking task, is slotting away a penalty. I'm not even a Rangers fan, but as soon as I seen him come on the pitch, my eyebrows just kind of went, are you sure that's a good... Him? The man who is notoriously shit at penalties, you're going to put him on it, and yeah, he fucked you over. Celtic haven't really done many signings like that because the players that we have brought back for the Premier League have actually been successful. Like Fraser Forster, you cannot fault him, he was fantastic when he came back, but try to think... like a Kolo Toure, actually, yeah, like a Kolo Toure for us would be a prime example. And his prime, fantastic player, can do anything. He could play for Liverpool in the most, like, probably in one of the better times in Champions League football in history. And then he comes to Celtic, he's in his late 30s and he can't do shit. Age is a very important thing, but Juranovic is in that, like I said, peak fitness. Like, he's right in the middle way. I can sell him and get a lot of money for him, and, oh no, he's too old to do anything with. Like, he's in that bracket where it's like I'm trying to think of a player that's, again, I don't keep up with Rangers players or transfers, but I'm trying to, like, you know what I'm meaning, like my brain's trying to act like, it's like yeah, no, I'm not even going to try and think because it's just not happening for me. My brain is in shutdown mode, to be fully honest with you. But yeah, I feel like Scotland, or Scottish football as a whole, we get cheesed. I mean, Van Dijk's a prime example, because we sold him to Southampton for, I think it was 11.5 million. He was sold to Liverpool for 70 something. I think it was 75. He's 27, got another 3-4 good year in him. And that's one thing I'm saying. He's got 3 years on his Celtic contract, and that's why he's so expensive. It's not because of how good of a player he is, because if he had a year left in his contract, then you'd probably get 20 million for him max. Tell you that right now. But because he's proven himself to be a very good player right now, and Celtic have him tied down for another 3 years, realistically, they're not going to just sell him on unless there's a very good reason to, and the only way to get a club like Celtic to pay attention is to go, here's a few extra million, which clubs like Man United or whoever else, Atletico Madrid, would look. I was just having faith in this microphone. God damn it. How long was that happening for? Every time I go on a fucking rant, every single time. Every single time. No. Yeah, this was literally why I said I don't want to stream any longer than I wanted to, because I knew it was going to do that again at some point, and it did. We love it. Bye. Long story short, Rangers and Celtic need to sit down, or the entire SPFL needs to sit down. Last thing I remember I just said was Atletico. Right. I'll summarise as quick as I can. Atletico, Man United, all of them have extra money and funds. Juranovic is tied down to a 3-year contract with Celtic. That means that he's worth more than he's actually worth. So if they want to bring him out of contract, they're going to need to pay a few extra million. It's basically like a buyback clause, but in contract form, you know what I mean? It's basically like, say a player's worth 25 million, but they've just signed a contract, you would pay 30 million to basically sell that extra value away to be like, no, your contract means nothing. Plus, obviously, Juranovic will probably have a loyalty clause in his contract or something that will keep him here for at least another 6 months anyway. So even if he doesn't go in January, chances are he fucks off in summer. So we still have him, and he'll still be in his prime. It's just a case of breaking down when he should leave, and more importantly, who we replace him with. Because that Alistair Johnston, whatever his name is, the Canadian lad that's came in, he's good, but I'm telling you now, he's not first class. I've watched the MLS. He's okay. He's like an Izagiri. If that's a player that I can, yeah, he's like an Izagiri. He's not great. He's not bad. So we need, if we do sell Juranovic, bring in a solid right back, or at the very least bring in someone that can cover that spot respectably well and work from there. That's what I was trying to say before my microphone so fucking rudely just said no. But we'll need to kind of wrap this up soon anyway. So is there any more questions or things like that you would like to ask before I wrap this up? Because this thing is nearing its lifespan. Well said. Thank you. I know my shit when my microphone doesn't sabotage me. I will have this thing working for the next stream. It's just decided to be cringe. But yeah, Juranovic will be good for both parties, regardless of where he goes. It's the same with Calvin Bassey or Aribo. If that Rangers guy's still in here watching this, you're sad to see him go, but you're happy to see him leave, if that makes sense, because you know the money's probably going to get used. Unfortunately for Rangers, you just didn't use it well, and I feel for you because the players that you brought in, I guess. But I'm looking forward to it, because if Rangers strengthen in January and do what we did basically, and take that January like period, build up the extra, recruitment, and then just plough through the rest of the season, it could be interesting. But Celtic will more or less likely do the same, because we've already done it at a much weaker position, but we're doing it with 9 points on the board. So, like I said, we win the 2 games over New Year, realistically, we're safe. We've got nothing to worry about. Because by that point, realistically, if we beat Rangers, they would need to beat us in every single Old Firm final at the end of the season to basically redeem themselves. And while it's doable, it's not, because Celtic simply won't allow us. Like the way Postecoglou is, he'll let a team beat you once, but he won't let you, he won't do it twice. It's just not in his nature. Although I'm all curious, because I haven't seen much of Michael Beale, but if he does play well, if he does keep his momentum up, if he keeps winning, then yeah, it's kind of like a Solskjaer situation, you know what I mean? I don't know who he is, but he's doing all right, so let's see what happens. It's the same way they would have probably looked at Postecoglou for us. They would have been like, who the fuck's he? Who's this guy? But if you knew who he was, like I did, I knew him as the Australia manager. I didn't know, I knew he managed in Japan, but I knew him as the Gold Cup Nations, or the Gold Cup as it was back then, for Australia when he won that in 2015. That's where I knew Postecoglou face. When I heard the name, I was like, interesting. But then his signings came in. They need to sell to buy in January, and they have no chance of getting the money they think they'll get from Morelos. It really depends. Like I said, if a club's desperate enough, they'll panic, and that's what Celtic will do with clubs to make them buy Juranovic. That's what Rangers will do to get Morelos. But I think Rangers fans will probably have agreed with, if they'd sold Morelos last year, they would have got a lot more money for him then. But he's still worth a few million, I would say. Not a lot. I don't know how much his actual market value is, and I don't want to sit here and be like, oh, he's worth like 5 million, because I don't actually know. But what I would say is Morelos, if he doesn't get sold in January, he'll probably need to have a really good 6 months to either redeem his quality at Rangers to basically solidify why he should start over like players like, you know, Kolak and whoever else, Tillman. But for me, I like the look of Tillman. He's the one good signing Rangers have made. I think that wee boy's got real potential. He looks good. But it's how they use him for the rest of the season. Obviously, fitness is a big thing. 25 pence in a Kit Kat. So, it's like that fucking Red Bull meme. I've got 50p. Fuck you, and just leaves. You know what I mean? But I think it'll be good. Obviously, if Rangers play well for the rest of the season, which I hope they do, I'm not one of those Celtic fans that hopes for a blowout. I don't want to win the league by 30, 40, 50 fucking points, because that's just boring. No one wants that. But I don't want it to go down to like the last 2 or 3 days where everyone's kind of going, shit, we haven't scored yet. And obviously, as someone that streams it, I don't want to be sitting here pulling my hair out on the final day. That would suck. So it's one of those, well, like, if they play well, nice. But Celtic, realistically, are the ones that are setting the pace right now. It's after it's like a sell-on fee, if that makes sense. Like basically like buying him out of his contract to tell him to just go home and sit on his couch. I don't know. It's interesting, but I think like Celtic have already been linked with some good potential players. I think one that I would like us to see. It's like one of those, like, it's clearly not meant to be a linked rumour, but it's a player that I would actually love to sign. That Sung-Wee Chan, that South Korea striker. He looks good. I mean, he's not exactly cheap, don't get me wrong, but if we sell Juranovic and we have the funds, you know, he's a good option, you know what I mean? It's one of those where it depends on what the money's used for. Like Rangers, they used the money that they got for Aribo and Bassey, and basically they invested it well in some areas, but shite in others. Celtic, if they obviously have a lot of money to work with if Juranovic gets sold or whoever else, because again, Celtic have a lot of good players. I mean, there's people looking at Jota, there's people looking at Turnbull, there's people looking at Carter Vickers, and there was one other. My brain's dead right now, but I'm not sure if it was Abada or someone else. So somehow I've ended up at Greuther Firth. To be fair, banging wee club. I remember they were in the top flight. Was it a season, 2 seasons ago? They were. I love that badge though, because it's so clearly inspired. Because you look at our badge, it's quite obvious what it is. It's the fully fucking clover. Like, it's very easy to tell what our badge is. But even if you look at Livingston's badge, it's hard to tell what it actually is unless you know. Which is the Roman lion. It's obviously the fucking Caledonian lion inside the thistle. Because where Livingston is. Like, if you know the badge, you know what it is. But if you don't know the area, then you're like, why the fuck is there an animal inside that? But I think Celtic's actually just got a really nice badge in general. I like our badges though. Like Scottish football badges, even Rangers' badge, as much as I hate the club, you have to respect the badge. Because we haven't changed them every 15 years like most clubs do. I'll let Celtic win home and away first. Fucking yes. Agent Virtual to the rescue, man. You basically just made sure Celtic have got a quarter-final fucking spot for the first time in like 20 years. You've done God's work, my friend. Oh yeah, actually, in my FM save, I just beat Juventus in the round of 16. So I think I signed a player called. If you're on FM, by the way, I know there's not many people in the stream right now, but if you do play FM, a player called Enrique Araujo. Trust me, he is a baller. I signed him for like 30 million because I sold Kyogo for 45 million because I'm just really good at transfers like that. And I basically was like, alright, cool, I'll just buy an out-and-out striker, then sold Gukamakis to make extra funds, even though I love the Gukamakas, but sold him off, brought Enrique and Vitinha in. Both of them combined were £43 million. And right now in my save, 2 seasons later, Enrique's a £55 million player, and he's been rumoured to join Chelsea for around 70, and Vitinha's worth 50 flat. So in 42 million of signings, 43 million of signings I should say, I've basically made 60 million profit. So basically, even if I lose the Champions League and never get into it again, like Celtic's fine for the next like 10 years financially. Because in my head I'm like, I'm not going to stay with Celtic my whole career, but I'm going to make damn well sure that when I leave, that club is set, so that I'm facing them in the Champions League final like a fucking G. You know what I mean? I used to do that all the time. You're going to sell? Not Araujo. Araujo I've kept on like a not for sale basis. He hates me for it, or he hated me for it initially, but every part of me was like, I know he's good, and I know once he gets used to the system he'll be alright. Vitinha I'm probably going to sell, as much as I love him, but he keeps complaining about game time. But when Araujo's scoring 6 goals in a Champions League match against Besiktas here, you probably are going to field that player over Vitinha. Like, Vitinha's a league player for me. Like, in the league he finished that last season with 44 goals, which was insane. And Araujo, who had like 20 starts in the league, finished with 36. So it's like, I made good signings. Like, my team is completely different. The only players that are still in the Celtic team that I use are Juranovic, Carter Vickers, Taylor, McGregor and Jota. Maybe with the exception of Hatate, because I've sold Abada. I sold Abada Man United, or not Man United, sorry, Spurs for 40 million. Sold Kyogo to Man United for 45 million. Sold Turnbull off to Valencia for 21.5. And basically just any other off player that I've sold for rough amounts. The only player that confused me was Rocco Vata. He's like a youngster that's in the Celtic system, and he's a real player, by the way. I've watched the guy play for the under-21s. He's a baller in real life, and FM recognised it and made him a manager, made him a really good player. But he plays for the not the B team, but the under-21s team for me, and he's worth £15 million. Like, Juventus came in and offered me like 14.5 million for him, and he barely played a match for me. So I was like, okay, but I think I've rambled on a bit too long. I probably need to go and wrap this up soon. So that's probably what I'm going to have to do. But like I said, after New Year, I'll probably do FM streams where I'll start a new save from scratch and work my way through it. Because I'm not great at the game, but the things I'm good at, I'm pretty good at. Tactics is my specialty. Like, that's why I love FM personally. I think it's great. But it's not just that I want to play. Like I said, there's games like Minecraft, obviously Monopoly, because one thing that I do want to do is eventually at one point down the line is like get people in the stream into like a Discord call or whatever and just fuck about, because why not? That's funny. But I'm going to have to wrap this up because I actually do have shit to do and it's 10:30 at night. I was supposed to end this like 20 minutes ago, but cheers for sticking around, Watcho. It's nice. It's always nice speaking to you, man. Same for anyone else that's still lingering around to the lockers that are just vibing. Appreciate you being here too. I'm probably, well, I'll hope to get back in for the St Johnstone game. If I'm not, then you'll definitely 100% see me for the Aberdeen game, but I will most likely be here for Christmas Eve, so make sure to bring your Santa's hats and all that good jazz. It's going to be a nice, lovely, Christmas themed stream, except it won't be because I'm not Christmassy at all. I mean, do you see any fucking decorations? But yeah, on a real though, it's been a pleasure to do all this good jazz with yous. Hopefully yous enjoy yourselves. But I need to put on freelancer so I can exit this stream like a absolute boss. Let's give us a little bit. Yeah. Tune selected. It's time for me to bow out and go and figure out what I'm doing for the rest of the night. For those who have came in, for those of you who have joined, thank you so much for watching. For anyone that's stuck around for the start to the end, even better, yous are just sexual individuals. But I have to call it a night now. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Thank you for doing all that good jazz. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't, do so before I go, because that would be very nice of you. But if not, thank you for watching. Either way, it's kind of pog. We are, of course, still the best club in the world. Nothing's different there. But of course, I think that's all I really need to say. Like, really. So, yep. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Now fuck off.